All right. Hey, YouTube. I just got a moderation notification like, hey, you might want to add moderation. Okay, I'll add moderation. I'm going to be a little more moderate. I'm going to make sure that this only goes 10, 15 minutes. I usually want to keep my lives at about 10 minutes. Of course, half of the first minute's already up by the time I'm even getting started. The first minute will be up. No one ever arrives until about a minute and a half anyway, so this is for the future people. Trump's dead by now, I'm sure. Partly, and by the time you're watching this, Trump's dead by now for the people of the future who won't see this live. But I did want to comment live while it's still unknown why Trump may or may not be dead, or but we're actually allowed to talk about it. I wanted to reflect on the last time that Trump got COVID or Trump virus, and we weren't allowed to talk about it. Any channel, any expression of wishing Trump would be dead was banned by by the platforms. The platforms restricted free speech at that point, where you couldn't just wish Trump would go ahead and die. Uh, it was ridiculous that they did that. That every single platform colluded together and did that. Twitter and Facebook, and I think those were the only two that existed back then. YouTube, all colluded to prevent us from expressing the heartfelt wish of all true Americans. Honestly, and now we can express that a little bit more. People are kind of talking about it. It's at least on the edges of the conversation on YouTube. YouTube suggested a video to me where, like, maybe one of the least significant parts of the Sammy Obeid bit they were showing was somebody calling out, but Trump might be dead. And it's like, yeah, but it was mostly just about how he doesn't really talk about Trump that much. He's oversaturated color-wise. But Sammy Obeid is how I found out that they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in that pedo sting. They did a pedophile sting in Las Vegas, and they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in it, and they let him go. And people who, like the person who just came in here and left right as I was talking about the Israel head of cybersecurity getting caught in a pedophile sting, that's a pedophile. Anybody who's not going to do something about that is also a pedophile. Once you hear about it, if you don't do anything about it, you're a pedophile. And so I've been leaving comments about that guy on recent things. Like, we could have done the same thing with Trump. We could have just said, hey, if you're not willing to call Trump a pedophile, then you're a pedophile. And let's go ahead and choose sides. Which side of the room do you want to be on? And but they didn't want to do that with Trump, even though it's obvious that Trump's a pedophile. But they've caught this guy. They caught this guy for trying to meet a 15-year-old. They caught him in a cyber sting, in a pedophile sting in Las Vegas. His name's Tom Abramovich or Abramovich, something like that. And nobody's reporting on it. I reported on it. I made a video about it. I made another video saying, hey, if you're not reporting on it, then you're also a pedophile. So this is your chance to go ahead and get on the not pedophile bandwagon instead of being on the pedophile bandwagon. Because as soon as you know that they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedophile sting in Las Vegas last week, and they let him go, if you don't do something about it, you're a pedophile. See how that works? So 16 people just came in. I'm going to go and screenshot that. 16 people came in. And I just told them all that, there. Sorry for the pause there. 18 people came in. And I'll get to tell them that they're all pedophiles unless they report that, oh man, do me not to try to screenshot again. Okay, 18 people came in, and I'll tell you all. They caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedophile sting in Las Vegas, and they let him go. So if you don't talk about that now, you're a pedophile. See how that works? Don't be a pedophile. 18 people. Oh, I missed the screenshot. Let me read your comments. Hi. Sidri de Costa. Sorry if I didn't say your name right. Hey, bro, where are you from? USA. I'm from Oz, the fairy country of the future. So welcome to the Fairy Liberation Front. Welcome to the Pillar Revolution. We're going to overthrow all tyrants. We're going to do it from bed for the most part, and do it on our phones, and overthrow these pedophile regimes. That's Netanyahu, Putin, Trump. And there you go. Once we overthrow Netanyahu, Putin, and Trump, we're going to have a much better world. I'm sure the 11 of you in here agree. Love from India. Oh, you guys got to overthrow Modi too. Are you anti-Modi? Are you a decent person in India, or are you a brainwashed Nazi fascist zombie Modi supporter? Let me know. Let me know what you are before I speak anymore to you. But now you know that they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedophile sting. They let him go. If you're going to let that go, you're also a pedophile. That's how this works. That's the cutoff. So I think that this should be the most trending topic. There's some trending topic about, I think, a black artist saying racist things against black people, and that's a big viral moment. Like, I heard about it on the radio because it went so viral, her video. Well, let's make it go viral that they caught the head of the Israel's cybersecurity in a pedophile sting, and they let him go. And we went up to 18 people, and we went back down to 1. And nobody wanted to acknowledge that, which once again makes all those 18 people pedophiles. Unless they just had to get off my live to go post about how they caught the head of Israel's cybersecurity in a pedophile sting, and they let him go. And then in which case, they're not pedophiles. Thank you for being not a pedophile and for being against pedophiles like Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. As soon as we call these guys out to their full extent, because they're Nazis, right? But they're worse than Nazis. They're Nazis and they're specifically pedophiles. So, okay, not trolling is what Mrs. Turtleduck starts. Mr. Turtleduck starts to say, not trolling. They started their first sentence in my live by saying, not trolling. So let's see whether the rest of the sentence conforms to that. Not trolling, but are you Daniel Larson? I would have to know who Daniel Larson is to either know whether that's supposed to be an insult or a compliment, except for the context of you saying not trolling. I don't know who Daniel Larson is, so probably not. I go by Puffin. Welcome to my channel. You can look me up under Puffin or Pillow Revolution, Church of Judas, Fairy Liberation Front, Peace Pipe Party, Narpool, Narcissist Anonymous. Yeah, Trump's a pedophile. What do you mean Trump too? Trump is a pedophile. Trump is one of the biggest pedophiles we've ever known in our culture, in the history of Earth. I don't know. I'm not like a researcher of pedophiles, but Trump is a huge pedophile. Trump is a bigger pedophile than Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein's the one we all talk about. You know that Putin's a pedophile. GamerCat says any evidence or anything. Okay, so we're screenshotting GamerCat. GamerCat, you're going to get tracked down for protecting Trump and protecting pedophiles. GamerCat is a pedophile. Let's get his information. Channel activity for GamerCat. Pedophile. Joined 4 years ago. 29 subscribers. How is Putin a pedophile? These are literally their comments. The comments of GamerCat are, how is Putin a pedophile? Putin kidnapped, 17,000, 20,000 kids from Ukraine? You're a pedophile. Trump too? Yeah, and you, GamerCat, you're a pedophile for protecting Trump and Putin. This is how this works. The threshold for being not a pedophile is you better be ready to throw Trump under the bus. Any evidence or anything? Yeah, everything they do. How many kids has Trump kidnapped? Let's see whether or not Mr. Turtleduck is a pedophile. You look like him. Oh, this Daniel Parker person? Who was this person you thought I was? Daniel Larson. I don't know who that is. You look like him, and I said not trolling due to mods banning for honest questions. I don't have mods. There are no mods here. YouTube will delete your stuff. I can let you know what YouTube censors, because YouTube will put your comment in a needs moderation category. And then since I'm the only moderator, I don't have moderators on this channel. Since I'm the only moderator, I'll go to approve it so everyone can see what you said and I can screenshot it and we can track you down. Or I go to approve it and YouTube says another moderator has already handled this, which means YouTube deleted it because I don't have any moderators unless it's, the FBI, Team UKGB. Speaking of which, if there is any FBI, Team UKGB watching this at any point in time, you're a fucking traitor unless you're willing to whistleblow on your coworkers who are all traitors, Team UKGB, for vetting Trump's cabinet and not telling us all that they're Russian agents. Y'all are Russian agents as fuck. Y'all are Team KGB pedophiles. And I have a feeling probably the FBI was involved in catching that head of Israel cybersecurity in that pedophile sting last week and letting him go. So that makes the FBI pedophiles for letting a pedophile go. Gotcha. All right, GamerCat says, relocating from a war zone isn't kidnapping. You're a pedophile, GamerCat. So we need to track you down. Let me remind you, hunting down concentration camp guards for life is a noble profession. We make TV miniseries about the heroes who hunt concentration camp guards. So GamerCat, you're a fucking Nazi and you're a pedophile. GamerCat is a Nazi and a pedophile. If anybody wants to track him, we can get the info out. Yeah. Mr. Turtleduck says GamerCat is for sure on Epstein Island list. For sure. GamerCat caught you. Be careful where you comment from now on. You got caught as a pedophile and a Nazi, Trump-Putineer. The message was held for review. This is GamerCat. Says you can't say something and say, if I don't agree with you, you're the pedo. No, this time you can. Do you want the Epstein files released or are you a fucking pedo? You're a pedo. See, got you. Got you again, GamerCat. You just been checkmated like 15 times. 4 comments. You might want to quit. Like ICE, like your ICE kidnappers. You might want to quit, you fucking Nazi pedophile. So I'll show GamerCat's comment so everyone can see it. Nope, no I won't, because YouTube hid it. YouTube took your comment away, but I read it for everyone to know, GamerCat, so they can track you down based on your syntax, the fact that you put that in quotes. You can't just say something and say, quote, if you don't agree with me, then you are a pedo. I just did that. and you're a fucking pedo, and we caught you, gamer cat. So I can't show your comment. Somebody else is going to have to leave another comment so I can screenshot the fact that YouTube won't let me show your comment. That's YouTube protecting pedophiles. So we've caught GamerCat and we've caught YouTube protecting pedophiles, Trump, Putin, and Netanyahu, and Tom Abramovich, the head of Israel cybersecurity, who was caught in a pedophile sting last week. 9 people now know this. You're either posting about it when you get off this live or you're a fucking pedophile. See how this works? We caught you. You got in the wrong live this time, buddy. 4 people left. Did you leave to post about it or to go perp on a kid? Because you're a fucking pedophile and a Nazi. And hunting Nazi concentration camp guards and Nazi kidnappers, hunting them for life, is a noble profession. I mean, you think you got away with it today? Okay, we got another message held for review. Dude, what is your obsession with pedophilia? What is your obsession with pedophilia, GamerCat? You fucking Nazi pedophile. I tried to approve your comment. GamerCat literally said, dude, what is your obsession with pedophilia? I'm trying to show his comment, and YouTube has already deleted it to protect him because he's a fucking pedophile. And you can tell by his comments. I'm also going to screenshot YouTube protecting him with his other comment. So thank you all for participating, for either getting trapped as a pedophile and giving some work to a decent Nazi pedophile hunter who hunts you down and gives your home to a good immigrant or somebody, gives your home to somebody who deserves it. GamerCat, I hope you like being on Homeland Security watch list. No, Homeland Security is the pedophiles. That's the problem. They're the ones kidnapping people. So, yeah, okay, maybe it did show GamerCat's comment. They said another moderator handled it the first time. Okay, we got GamerCat's comment screenshotted for the hunters, for the Nazi pedophile hunters. So, real smart move there, GamerCat. Let's see. Dev42 says, LOL, this guy is on meth. So he's selling meth. If you want meth, you can go to Dev42 because he's promoting meth. So Dev42 is also a Nazi. Meth is the Nazis' drug of choice. And Dev42 is therefore also a pedophile because he's standing with these Nazis during the pedophile era when they've added the pedophile box to their checklist. GamerCat, pedophile Trump-Putineer GamerCat says, see, he said it again. No, you're a pedophile, GamerCat. Everything you say is just confirming it. You can keep saying things, although we've got all the evidence we need that you're a pedophile and a Nazi and a Trump-Putineer and a traitor. And you probably don't even live in America, but you're a damn pedophile and a Nazi and a traitor. Mr. Turtle Duck, who's recognized that GamerCat is a Nazi and a pedophile, so I will gladly read Mr. Turtle Duck's comments. It says, Dew is a drug lord. Screenshot him. Exactly. Dew's a drug lord. I got to screenshot it. Don't worry, Turtle Duck. I know what I'm doing. This isn't my first time on YouTube Live, but might be the last time we get to talk about a living Trump. So Trump might be dead, right? That's really what we're celebrating talking about. I've only got about a minute and a half left of this live. So Trump might be dead. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm a witch. Like, this has been something I've been working on, looking forward to for a long time, but I've also been letting go for a few weeks here. And it seems like the more I ignore him, the faster he goes away. So I'm going to get back to ignoring him real soon. But in this live, I wanted to pay him that little bit of attention to say, you know what? We're all looking forward to when you're dead, Trump. We all hate you. We all think you're the worst person who's ever existed, at least in America. And we all hate you. All good people hate you. Jesus freaking hates you. You're the fucking Antichrist. That's why we're replacing all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism with the Church of Judas. Now that you know about Church of Judas, you can click the hashtag Church of Judas and see how we replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. I'm pretty much only talking to you here for Turtle Duck because the other people can't appreciate it. But people in the future maybe can. I've got about 60 seconds left of the live. And we're running out of comments. We've got 2 or 3 pedophile Nazis in here protecting Trump and Putin and Netanyahu and YouTube. YouTube, I guess, counts as a pedophile Nazi as well. And we got Mr. Turtle Duck at least being somewhat complimentary or calling out the Nazis. So thank you, Mr. Turtle Duck. Nice to meet you. And you're welcome to check out my content and comment on my content. I have a lot of content, so you might have to scroll to get something you like. But if I'm talking to the camera like this, it's going to be these types of ideas or maybe a song. See, GamerCat is total Nazi, confirming they're a Nazi pedophile by saying, well, MAGA 2028, I guess. And they might be pretending to be sarcastic, but they're a total Nazi pedophile, and we just caught them, we screenshotted them, I've also got a screenshot. The one who stepped up made it into the screenshot. Photobomb that screenshot. And the one who stepped up said, Trump is part of my religion. Is he the Antichrist in your religion? Or do you worship Trump? Let's check out your followers. Let me put it this way. If you have less than 100 followers, if you have less than 100 subscribers, then you worship Trump. If you actually have more, maybe you still worship Trump if you have more than 100 followers. But if you have less than 100 followers, it's because you worship Trump. If you have more than 100 followers, then I would give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you recognize Trump as the Antichrist and Trump is the devil or evil. And that's why he's in your religion. So let's look at your channel activity. Joined a month ago, 0 subscribers, you worship Trump. See how easy that was? So does anybody want to track down the one who stepped up? Like, does anybody want to bother doing that? I mean, it's a noble profession to hunt down Nazi pedophiles. A very noble profession. They let the Nazi pedophile go. Oh my gosh. GamerCat is going full pedophile. I wasn't even reading it. He's saying the one who stepped up is saying GamerCat groomed him. I got to get both of those comments. One who stepped up, I got to get both of your comments. I'm going to have to delete some GamerCat comments to get both of your comments on the same screenshot. Trump, one who steps up says Trump is part of my religion. Then GamerCat says definitely, and I love preschoolers 100%. So he's a pedophile. The one who stepped up said GamerCat groomed me, and then GamerCat said I did, and then the one who stepped up said we met at a Trump rally. So there they go. They took about 30 seconds or a few minutes to deny it, and then they just came around full thrusted and admitted that they're Nazi pedophiles. Do you guys Roman salute each other while you were raping kids? Is that what you did? You guys Roman salute each other like a high five while you were raping little kids? Is that what you guys did? If anybody wants to track pedophiles and Nazis, you can always catch them in my comments. This pedophile Nazi who said, the one who stepped up says, the Jews took my foreskin. So the fact that you're using Israel to genocide the people of Palestine, and then you're going to get the people of Israel genocided because that's your whole plan, because you're a Klansman, has never gotten by me. I've been calling that out for years. Okay? I've been calling you out for years. Okay? We know what you Klansmen, Nazi, pedophile, Trump boutonniere, MAGA, trash, traitor, terrorist are. You're all those things I just said. I can't repeat them. But they're being recorded. So now everybody knows. So anyway, we caught a few Nazi pedophiles. We're at 14 people in here right now, or 11 people right now, so we'll go ahead and let you know. They caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a Las Vegas pedophile sting. They're not reporting on this. Now that you know about it, if you don't report on it, you're a fucking pedophile. Sandy Husik said, a new player has entered. A new challenger arrives. Oh my gosh, they're a pedophile. A new Nazi pedophile has arrived. And there's 17 other people in here. How many of the 17 of you can recognize that Sandy Husik, it's SandyHusacek, I believe, HCIEK? People like you have no life. You're worked up talking to a screen at random strangers. No, I'm catching Nazi pedophiles. I just caught 3. I caught GamerCat as a Nazi pedophile, the one who stepped up as a Nazi pedophile, and if you've read their comments and the fact that I've identified them as Nazi pedophiles, you probably wouldn't want to join their team. But we now know that Sandy Husacek is also a Nazi pedophile. GamerCat says AKR, which is their shorthand for KKK. And the one who stepped up said, Sandy was also at the Trump rally with us. I know, you're all Nazi pedophiles. Like, even though you're just trolling as Nazi pedophiles in order to... You're saying all the same things. Trolls and bots and Trump boutonnieres are all identical. There's no difference between you. Whether you're a fake person, whether you're faking it, whether you're a robot, whether you're a confirmed Nazi at the Klan rally, Roman saluting each other while you're fucking kids. That's what you are. We caught you. Somebody will hunt you down. I'm producing the evidence. You're welcome. GamerCat says, nah, IKR means I know right. Yeah, we know what that means, but from you it means you're KKK and they're KKK, and you see the KKK in them because you're a Klansman, Nazi, pedophile, Trump boutonniere. Oh my God, I'm so glad Trump is dead and your whole thing's going to collapse. I have to show the comment from Richard Cornus. Why are they pedos? You sound like a pedo. Why wouldn't you just say, oh yeah, that's disgusting. These pedos are in here making comments. Somebody needs to hunt them down. Why wouldn't you say that? Why are they pedos? Because they're defending pedos. Anybody who lets the pedos go is a pedo. So now that you know, there's 16 new people in here. Now that you all know that they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedo sting and they let him go. So the FBI and the police who are catching pedos are also pedos because they let a pedo go. You guys are going to let that information go, which confirms you're pedos. All you got to do is say, they what? They caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedo sting? Yes, they did. They did that last week in Las Vegas. Look it the fuck up. I heard about it from Sammy Obeid, Obeid. Sammy Obeid's comedian reported on that. Didn't hear about it from any of these media outlets. So they're all pedos. See where the cutoff is? Okay. The one who stepped up says, gamer, 2 over, he knows the truth. Exactly. I caught you. The one who stepped up says, my daddy president is not dead. You think he's dead? I think he's dead. I mean, he'll be dead soon. He'll be dead by the time anybody sees this. He's probably dead. And thank the goddess. Finally, we should be celebrating. But I wanted to do, bring that same energy. We hope he's dead. Like all good people hope he's dead as soon as possible. Richard Gaudinez says, just joined. Welcome, Richard Gaudimez. Gaudimez? You have a cool name. Daddy Trumpy isn't dead. Might be dead. Your daddy might be dead. And you know what? We're going to fucking celebrate. That's why they haven't told us. Missed all the context. The context is Trump's a pedophile, Putin's a pedophile, Netanyahu's a pedophile. Netanyahu's head of cybersecurity just got busted as a pedophile in Las Vegas last week. And if you're not reporting on that, you're a pedophile. That's the threshold. Okay, you wouldn't report on Trump being a pedophile because you were so deep in your pedophilia that in your Nazism that you refuse to even accept that him refusing to release the Epstein files, he's a pedophile. GamerCat says he is immortal. G and Putin were on a hot mic talking about being immortal and thinking they could live 150 years and stuff like that. Rainy Girl 66. Every accusation is an admission of guilt. Yeah, all their accusations are confessions. All the pedophiles' accusations are confessions. I'm confirmed not a pedophile because I'm the one telling you about them catching the pedophile Tom Abramovich, head of Israel cybersecurity, and they caught him. He's a pedophile. I'm calling it out because I'm against pedophiles. You're not calling it out because you're a pedophile. See how that works? Caught you. Rainy Girl 65. You might be on my team here. I'm not sure exactly who you're directing that to, but let's check out Rainy Girl 65. Joined 15 years ago, has 26 subscribers. You're somebody who barely uses YouTube. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to real YouTube for once. Sandy Hukasek says, God, you're messed up. No, you guys are pedophile Nazis. You guys are the ones who are messed up. I shouldn't be going this long. I should have shut this off about 10 minutes ago because there's 22 people in here. I'll let you all know. They caught Israel's head of cybersecurity. He's a pedophile. He was trying to fuck a 15-year-old, and they caught him in Las Vegas last week. And they let him go because they're pedophiles. Because even the cops who caught him, who were supposedly protecting children, they're also pedophiles. When you let a pedophile go, you're a pedophile. And if you let that information go, you're a pedophile. So I just caught 22 more of you. No drip, says El Deacito. Is that your way of trying to change the subject from the fact that you're a pedophile? Sandy Husek is a pedophile Nazi Trumputineer. The one who stepped up says Euless is a retired pedophile. No, I was never a pedophile. You guys are pedophiles. We're proving that all. It's crazy. It's crazy how much y'all are willing to jump on the pedophile bandwagon. Angie Scott is a pedophile and a Nazi. And they say you're a dumbass and incompetent. So we're going to look at Angie Scott's channel activity. Angie Scott joined 5 years ago, has 0 subscribers. Anyway, so we're hoping Trump is dead. All good people are hoping Trump is dead. The one who stepped up says this whole live is methed up, if we were being honest. Yeah, because you're all full of meth, aren't you? Because you're all Nazi pedophiles, aren't you? So you don't have to be here. You could scroll away instead of continuing to expose yourself as a Nazi pedophile, genocider, traitor, terrorist. All the things you get hunted for. You guys support the concentration camps, right? You guys support ICE kidnappings because you're Nazis. But we hunt Nazis for the rest of their lives. There's 90-something-year-old Nazis that the Nazi hunters are about to catch up to. You might live another 30 years, but the Nazi hunters are going to catch you. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully they catch you long before that time. The one who stepped up, the Nazi pedophile, the one who stepped up says, well, yeah, I'm methed up, but the meth you provided me. No, you brought the meth. We met on this live. I've never seen your name before on this live. You could be somebody who's trolled my live before, who's always been a pedophile, Nazi, terrorist, traitor. You know what the punishment for treason is? Execution. Do you guys deserve trials? Nope. You might get trials. I wouldn't mind if you get trials. I'm not against you having trials. It's kind of a waste of time. We've just proven that you're Nazi pedophile traitors. Okay, so we caught them. Caught, I don't know, 5, 10 more Nazi pedophile traitors. Maybe 100 people have come in here. And since only one person managed to speak out against Nazi pedophiles like Trump and Putin, who was that person? One person managed to speak out against them. Everybody else spoke out in favor of them. So that shows that YouTube is Nazi as fuck. Mr. Turtle Duck, right? Mr. Turtle Duck showed up and actually spoke out against Nazi and pedophiles. Not a difficult thing to do. Should be really easy. But the other 6 or 7 of you who commented are all Nazis and pedophiles, which shows YouTube is Nazi and pedophile for allowing you to be here, allowing you to be on the platform. Like, I caught 7 to maybe 100. If 100 people came to this live and only one person spoke out against Nazis and pedophiles, when that's the whole topic of the live, that makes 99 pedophiles got caught. Hey, YouTube, you want to change? You want to turn the viewership of this live over to, well, the FBI are a bunch of Team KGB pedophiles and Nazis, so they don't help. You want to turn it over to the Nazi hunters. You want to turn it over to the pedophile hunters. The list of all 99 people in here who couldn't be bothered to speak out against pedophilia and Nazism. Pretty sad, YouTube. Pretty sad. But at least Trump's dead, or will be dead soon. And we can say that now. You can't stop people from saying that like you did last time. Last time you cut off free speech at the wishing Trump was dead moment. So I get to wish Trump is dead before he's officially recognized as dead. Thank you. I had to go live for that purpose because it's mid-afternoon on September 4th, 2025. So might not be much more time to be able to say you wish Trump is dead because he might be dead. So, and they might finally admit it. And J.D. Vance will be so much easier to topple in his high platform boots. So anyway, we ran out of comments. We ran out of Nazi pedophiles to catch. They did catch Tom Abramovich or Abramovich, whatever. They did catch Tom somebody, the head of Israel cybersecurity, in a pedophile sting, and they let him go, which means that the people conducting that pedophile sting are also pedophiles. And anybody who lets this information go without posting about it, the 12 or 100 people who saw me speak about this in this live, are also pedophiles. Or you can post about it and be not a pedophile. It's that easy. But yeah, you don't have to have done anything to kids personally, but if you're protecting pedophiles, you're a pedophile. So we know Trump is because he's protecting pedophiles by holding back the Epstein list, and we know that he's a pedophile from the things he did on the Epstein list. And we know that everybody who's trying to naysay that and distract from it, also pedophiles. So we got a whole lot of pedophiles to round up. But thankfully, it's a very noble profession to round up Nazis and pedophiles. And Trump-Putiners are both. So we caught 100 or so more of them in this live. We'll catch more next time. But hopefully we'll also be talking about bigger and better things because Trump will be dead and they'll admit it. And we'll get to move on to toppling J.D. Vance and Mike Johnson and all the other pedophile Nazis who have taken over our country. So it's going to be a fun cascade of fallen Nazi pedophiles, just like this cascade of Nazi pedophiles comments flow through. But I'll do my last thing. I'm going to remove the curses from all the pedophile Nazis in comments, and I'm going to curse Trump with them. I'm going to remove the curses, you're welcome, from all the Nazi pedophiles in comments. I'm going to curse Putin with them. And I'm going to remove the curses from all the Nazi pedophiles in comments. And I'm going to curse Netanyahu with them. You're welcome. So, yeah, we're going to stop these pedophile Nazis like Trump and Putin and Netanyahu and all the people in comments like Dev42. Trump, the great white hope. Yeah, I know you're Klansmen, you're Nazis. You don't have to confirm that anymore, Dev42. Did we get Dev42's channel activity? Channel activity for Dev42 joined 10 years ago, 0 How did I hit the mute button? What the fuck? You said I sounded better like this a long time ago, and I had hit the mute button? I don't think that I hit the mute button. I think dumbass YouTube was censoring me. Oh my gosh, I gotta go back. Daddy Trump isn't dead. Yeah, hopefully he is. Missed all the context. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, I think we got that part. Somebody just joined. Missed all the context. The context is Trump is a pedophile. Netanyahu's a pedophile. Putin is a pedophile. All these pedophiles in comments are confirming that they're all pedophiles. And Rainy Girl 65 said every accusation is admission of guilt. I'm just catching the pedophiles who are literally admitting that they're pedophiles in the comments. So that doesn't apply in this case. When they are constantly accusing Joe Biden of being, the pedophile guy, well, no, that's because, their accusations are confessions. Sandy says, God, you're messed up. No, Sandy, you're a Nazi pedophile. El Dicito said, there's no drip. Let's see if any of them were good. Angie Scott confirmed they're a Nazi pedophile by having problems with me calling out Trump and Putin for being Nazi pedophiles. Whole lives messed up, if we're being honest, right? Because you guys are on meth. All Nazis are not, you're not all on meth, but you're all responsible for the meth because you're Nazis. And the Nazis were originally on a lot of meth. Dev42 said Trump the Great White Hope, which shows that they're Klansmen. Tipsy Pyro. Oh, that's what it is, Tipsy Pyro. Said, I get it now, you're a complete whack job because they're a pedophile Nazi. Should have been obvious, not going to lie, that you're a pedophile Nazi. It was obvious. I caught from the very beginning. JSM, J period, S period, M period, said eat shit, bud, because he's a Nazi pedophile. The one who stepped up says he sounds better like this. So that must have been when I got muted. So this is the internet at 2:15 a.m. So we know Bond James is from the other side of the planet because he said 2:15 a.m. and it's about 12:15 p.m. And then the one who stepped up was LARPing as an American Nazi pedophile because they said it's p.m. where I came from, where I am from. They said it's p.m. where I am from, which is not how people in America say it, but they're LARPing as an American Nazi pedophile. GamerCat says, I bet he's going to call Mike a Yahtzee since it stopped working. No, I just discovered I was on mute. But thanks for making another comment about it so I could discover that, because I just didn't see that icon up there. The one who stepped up said, guys, do y'all want to do a virtual ritual? Or this gal, Euless? You're doing a virtual ritual. Are you unaware of anything about my channel? I'm a witch. I do the Fairy Liberation Front, Peace Pipe Party, the Church of Judas. We replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. We replace it all. We replace the Christian religion. You guys probably know a Christian. You could tell them about that. Bon James says, oh, I'm on Kosami the One. What is that? That sounds a little bit familiar. What is Kosami the One? You joined a year ago and you have 0 subscribers. I don't know if I believe you. Gene says, Unk. Hello, Gene. Welcome. GamerCat is YouTube censoring him. If YouTube is censoring you, I'll let you know. David Sommerfeld did get censored. David Sommerfeld, Sommerfeldt, said, I thought Joe Biden took a shower with his teenage daughter. Isn't that weird? Maybe not. Trump's a pedophile. I don't know about Joe Biden showering. He might be a pedophile for doing that. He might not. But we know Trump is a pedophile. So I don't know where you're going with that. We'll try to show your comment. This is another moderator. Maybe because I handled it that time and it actually did show. Bon James says, the one who stepped up is the one I was talking to. Koh Samui is Thailand. Okay. Welcome from Thailand. Nova Kane says, we know. I saw that movie, Nova Kane. It's okay. We know about what? We know Trump's a pedophile. Yeah. If you don't know Trump's a pedophile, you're probably a pedophile and a Nazi. Because like everybody else knows. Like everybody else can tell that's what it means when you're like, oh, I'm going to run a whole campaign on releasing Epstein files and then not release the Epstein files. We can all pretty much tell. They also caught the head of Israel's cybersecurity in a pedophile sting last week. And they let him go because they're pedophiles. See how that works? Now that you know about that, they caught the head of Israel's cybersecurity in Las Vegas in a pedophile sting last week. You now know that. They caught the head of Israel's cybersecurity in a pedophile sting last week. Bon James says, you're interesting, but isn't male witch called a warlock? No, we're all called witches. In Thailand, you should probably know this. Don't you have goddesses in Thailand? The one who stepped up says, Bond James, you should come to America. Our President Trump is making big improvements. No, your president is a Nazi. He's dead, too. He's most likely, hopefully dead. We're all hoping he's dead. One reason I'm doing this live is because what if I don't get another chance to wish that Trump is dead? Well, it still matters. So, yeah, hoping he's dead. Everybody hopes he's dead. Everybody hopes he's dead soon. J.D. Vance is scared to take over, or he would have already done it, because we're going to topple Vance real quick in his high-heeled boots. Novocaine says okay, but I don't know what they're saying okay about. Are you a pedophile, Novocaine? Are you against pedophiles and Nazis? It's not that hard. If you're against pedophiles and Nazis, now you know they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity in a pedophile sting last week in Las Vegas. They let him go because they're pedophiles. Okay? If you let that go, you're a pedophile. If you post about it, if you comment about it, then you're against pedophiles. It's that simple. I'm just here to catch pedophiles and Nazis, and I caught about 100 of them so far. Bond James says, I'm only 16. I was born in Scotland. That's great, Bond James. That's just fantastic. I don't know if you really want to be... You do realize that most of the people in these comments are pedophiles. They will try to rape you. So you might not want to be in this live. You're only 16. You shouldn't be allowed to be in this live, I don't think. It's not for kids. Mr. Turtle Duck is back. Welcome back, Mr. Turtle Duck. I love your work, bro. Keep catching these pedos. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for helping. I'm mostly just like the entry. I'm just like the one who identifies them. I haven't caught them yet. The people will hunt them down. People will hunt them and take all their shit because that's what you deserve. You deserve to be hunted down and not have a place to live anymore, deported to Siberia, the country you chose over America, if we bother with that. It's, you know, that's a lot more expensive than what we could do to you. Novocaine is leaving a long comment this time. Let's see what Novocaine has to say. Throwing out pedophiles that easily... No, we're not throwing out pedophiles. They're letting go pedophiles. We've identified... They caught a pedophile in a pedophile sting in Las Vegas last week. Head of Israel's cybersecurity, Tom Abramovich. You can look that the fuck up, okay? They caught that guy. They let him go because they're pedophiles. You're a pedophile if you protect them. This isn't throwing it out. This is when they let go pedophiles, that makes more pedophiles. That makes them pedophiles for letting them go. If you're defending them, you're a pedophile, Novocaine. So be the fuck careful with your words on my live. Throwing out pedophile that easily, you may need to have your computer checked. No, you need to. Let's get Novocaine's information now. Novocaine is standing up for pedophiles. Joined 11 years ago, 0 subscribers. You might want to see my content before you comment. Birthday Santiago. No, Bobby Santiago. I'm happy this chat is a map safe space. Thank you for hosting the Trans Child Drag Show. I hope to see you again next Pride. I love our talks about Lou and trans kids' rights. I don't know what Lou is. Lowly? Oh, is it lowly or L-O-L-L-O-U? Because you typed in all caps, so it's hard to read your stuff. Let's see whether or not Bobby Santiago is trolling. They joined a year ago, 0 subscribers. And they just keep leaving the same thing because they're pedophiles. Yeah, so we caught another pedophile trying to pretend that I'm on their team. No, I'm against you. And you're against us. You're like LARPing as one of us and expressing your honest pedophile expressions. It's disgusting. The one who stepped up says that he's a pedophile, which he is. STFU from Novocaine, who is a pedophile, a Nazi pedophile. We caught another one. Chris Kent says Trump is a complete moron. Thank you. I don't know why YouTube had to hide that, because Trump is a complete moron. I'm going to try to show it, and YouTube is going to say another moderator handled it. I don't have any other moderators. I'm going to have to shut this live down. I've been live 40 minutes, and all we caught is pedophiles. I've been doing Thai kickboxing since 12, so there's pedophile. I would say bring it. Oh, well, go track them down. Go hunt down the pedophiles. Go hunt down anybody who supports anybody right-wing in your country. Lithium, says David Sommerfeld. David Sommerfeld said something a while back. Let's just look at his channel activity to find out what he said. He said, I thought Joe Biden... Yeah, that's right. David Sommerfeld is a pedophile Nazi. Oh my gosh. So the person who was LARPing as a leftist is now being completely racist. So they're obviously a typical Trump hooteneer. Like, you're not going to fool me in my live, so don't try. The one who stepped up, the pedophile Nazi Trump hooteneer, the one who stepped up says, Bobby, love is love, or something. So anyway, yeah, don't be racist. Don't be pedophiles. Don't be Nazis. And if you are against those things, at least call them out. call out the fact that they caught the head of Israel cybersecurity and they let him go, even though he was trying to fuck a 15-year-old. Like, call them all out. They're all pedophiles. They're all Nazis. And we caught, I don't know, 100, 200 of them in this live, but we'll catch more next time. See y'all later. Stop being pedophiles. Again, I'll extract the curses from all the Trump Putin-ear pedophile terrorists in comments, and I'm cursing Netanyahu with them. I'll extract the curses from all the Trump Putin-ear terrorist pedophiles in comments, and I'm cursing Putin with them. And I'm extracting the curses from all the pedophile terrorists in comments, and for the last time, maybe because he might be dead, cursing Trump with them. So there you go. You helped do something good in this world against your own living, so against your own goals. I used you for a better purpose. This is all new to me, seeing this, so I'm going to go. Yeah, check out my content. Comment on my content. We'll stay in touch. Talk to you later. But yeah, if it's new to you, then I don't know how you got here. But YouTube usually only picks Nazis for the live, and it's nice to ever get an exception to that. So thanks, Mr. Turtle Duck, and maybe one or two other people who are against Nazi pedophiles. Thanks. See y'all later.